Hey, Shalom. Shalom, giving all praises, glory, and honors unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, a great millstone. As always, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Taiwan from GMS Atlanta. Back with another edifying video. Another update to the coming Motb, the digital system. And I spoke about this earlier this month on how the U.S. government and the different state governments are introducing digital IDs and mobile digital IDs, and how different states, and this has been going on for a while. Brothers and sisters know about it. I know certain brothers had, mentioned certain things in certain chats. But this is the, the information itself dealing with these new digital IDs on these mobile wallets. So now these different states are doing just that, putting your driver's licenses access on your smartphones. And so now this is dealing with California, and it was said before a few weeks back that there were a few states that already was making the digital driver licenses available, or the mobile driver licenses available, and that California was pending. Well, now this is an update because California mobile driver licenses are now, well, as it says here in the title, California's MDLs, mobile driver's licenses, are now available through Apple Wallet. So this is the new trend when it comes to IDs. It says after offering mobile driver's licenses, MDLs, on Google Wallets, California will allow its residents to access identity documents on their iPhones and Apple Watches. The U.S. state has launched an option to add a driver's license and state IDs in the Apple Wallet. So now it's official. See, and as I've said before, and I'm going to keep saying it, all right, is that this is a lead up to the mark of the beast, right, which we call the Motb, which is Bible prophecy out of Revelation, the 13th chapter, starting at the 16th verse, right? Well, really the 15th verse, because it goes into the image, which the image is the system, this governmental system, this revival of the Roman Empire and what is known today as NATO and the U.S., and the infrastructure, the forming image and the infrastructure is a digital one. So now it says the new feature can be used for identification at Transportation Security Administration, TSA security checkpoints, and select businesses selling age-restricted products such as tobacco, alcohol, fireworks, and guns. Drivers, however, will still be required to carry a physical license in their vehicles and present them at the offices of the Department of Motor Vehicles, DMV. So you're still going to have your physical, but they're still allowing you to put your licenses on your smartphone, which just proves that it's a gradualism, because eventually they're going to do away with having to have a physical ID, or you just, I guess once your physical ID expires, within the next 5 or 6 years, however long each state has it listed, then eventually they're just going to phase in digital IDs anyway, right? And then by that time, they're going to introduce this microchip implant, man, which is the Motb, and that's just a fact. That's just something that if you've been paying attention and, you watch my videos, dealing with this topic, or the apostles or other brothers' videos dealing with the Motb, then you know that this emerging digital world is coming soon. I did the video yesterday speaking on Neuralink is now moving forward with developing a new technology called blind sight, which would pretty much enable the blind to see. So that's a miracle, all right? Which is a part of the beast system, which is from the left hand or wicked side of the Most High God, the Lord Yahweh. Because you got to understand that the Lord controls, God, the Most High controls both sides, good and evil. So you have a power that is within righteousness for good, which we call the right hand side, and then you have a side that is in the power of Satan and demons, which is under the power of the Lord, right? Wizardry, witchcraft, Satanism, evil, which we call the left hand side. Magic. So that's what we're seeing manifest here. Left hand magic miracles through technology. Okay? Because the Lord, he deals with pure spiritual power where, you don't see the force. The power of the Lord is from an invisible source, so to speak, while the power of this world is through technology, such as making the blind to see. But see, the Lord, when Yahweh was on the scene, when he was doing his miracles, he didn't use technology to make the blind see. He had the power from the invisible spiritual world around him in order to make someone that couldn't see be able to see. Okay? So now this technology is leading to what is known as the Motb, or the mark of the beast, which is aimed to put all world citizens under the control of a very few, right? An elite, rich, banking cabal that has been controlling the world behind the scenes for hundreds of years, who the world knows as the Illuminati, but who we know as the Edomites, according to the scriptures. All right? Now it says the face biometrics and liveness detection technology that binds the individual to the physical ID and the Californian mobile driver's license is provided by iProve. So they got all these different tech companies and startup companies with these contracts, with these names that are pretty much tied to biometrics and digital identification. It says last year the state announced that it selected True Age. See all these funky names that they're coming up with, which proves that it's pretty much one think tank. The same think tank that comes up with one is coming up with all of them. iProve, True Age. It says last year the state announced that it selected True Age as its age verification provider, a system developed by the National Association of Convenience Stores and Connexes, right? Because convenience stores are where they sell cigarettes and alcohol, and they card or ID someone 18 or 21 and above. So they have a whole association just for that. It says now the Apple Wallet Edition is part of a wider MDL mobile driver license pilot in California, launched in 2023 as part of a statewide digital identity framework. And this is what we're seeing. We're seeing the digital identity framework emerge in various ways through really, your smartphone and these digital wallets, because all your information is pretty much being moved to one database in one place, okay, or like a one-stop shop for all information that pertains to you. Your driver's license, your banking information, your cards, your emails, all your records. Everything is being tied to a digital wallet in your smartphone or smart device, right? Which is a part of what? A part of buying and selling it. Because with your wallet, right, your physical wallet, you got your ID, you have some cash, you have a credit, debit card, you might have your insurance card and certain other, identifying cards in your wallet. So now they're just saying, well, you know what? Let's put it all in digital form, and we'll make it official that we accept that too. But then the next step is to put it inside your body, because you can lose your phone, you can lose your wallet, and then eventually they'll say, well, you know what? Elon Musk has these FDA-approved Neuralink implants. We have other physical digital implants that people are using, and they can hold all this information. That'll be the new requirement. Just get this digital implant, and you won't have to worry about, losing everything. Everything would be for the sake of convenience. Okay. Now, back here in the article, it says more than. It says the Apple Wallet Edition is part of a wider MDL pilot in California, launched in 2023 as part of a statewide digital identity framework and limited to 1.5 million participants. Let me see what this digital identity framework is. Okay, so this is digital ID strategy.cdt.ca.gov. Is it letting me link? Okay, let's see. Let me see if it's going to let me open up this link. Okay, so maybe there's something going on with the website. All right, but you can see it here pretty much, and this is all part of that image, right? That new system. Let me get that scripture. All right, let's go to Revelation. Okay, maybe it's just my phone because Blue Letter is not pulling up. Okay, here we go. Blue Letter. Revelation 13. And I'll start at 15. Yeah, it could just be my phone. I'll see if I can pull it back up in a second. So this is Revelation 13 and 15. This is dealing with the beast, which is the beast is a revival of the Roman Empire in modern times. The same countries that were the same power that was in control in the Roman Empire is the same countries today that make up the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which includes the U.S. Now it says, verse 15, Revelation 13 and 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So the image is, pretty much a new system which is changing the way people interact with the world. A new way of life is emerging where people are tied to digital technology in their homes, in their hands, in their, I should say in their homes, in their pockets, in their car, and then eventually they want to put the technology in your hand and in your brain, right? Which is known as the Internet of Things and the Internet of Bodies, which the Internet of Bodies is part of a movement known as transhumanism, changing the way humans and technology uh, operate, or what science fiction would call, like a cyborg, pretty much. So that's what we're seeing emerge in the world as like a new image, a new scenery, so to speak. So it says, and that the image of the beast should both speak. So these governments are through money, right? Through the IMF and through the I should say through the banking families, are funding these different corporations, universities, and countries. Giving millions of dollars to countries to introduce a digital ID system, national digital ID system. So now it's pretty much speaking, because at one point it was an idea, right? It was an idea in someone's mind or a group of people's minds. Now that idea is becoming a reality. So it's speaking. You see videos of Carl Schwab and these different pundits at these world meetings, the WEF, IMF world meetings, and G20 summits, and they're literally speaking about what they want to do in the future as far as changing the world order anew. Okay? So that's them speaking the image into fruition. It says, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And if you don't comply, right, worship meaning, comply to this new system that they're creating, then based on a situation like what happened in 2020, 2021, where people didn't want to take the Beetlejuice jab, they'll shame you, ridicule you, ostracize you, and eventually they'll deem you as a threat, and they could put you to death. Because now, I was saying that this technology is leading up to the Motb. If you're not going to take that implant, then they can say, you're a threat, and we got to put you to death. Especially, we have these different major events, crises, pestilences emerging, right? We have a number of different global health emergencies being declared, every month now. So you can be a possible carrier of said disease or illness, and they'll say, well, you know what, you're not in your right mind. We got to quarantine you. We'll offer you this device, and everything will be okay. We'll be able to check up on you. All your information will be downloaded to this system, and if you still resist, they'll say, okay, well, you know what, you can't be changed, you can't be re-educated, so we'll have to put you to death. And then that's when the guillotines and other tactics will be, put in place to deal with those that don't want to, pretty much enter into this new world order that they're trying to build. Okay? So now in verse 16, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, and free and bond, to receive a mark, right? And M-A-R-K, or the Greek word here is charagma, right? The Greek word, which is why, you got to look these things up, because you got Israelite groups that say that, what the Motb is, saying that the mark is a sin in all its forms, but it's obviously telling you something, it's telling you that this is something physical, okay? A stamp, right? The mark branded, a thing carved, right? So this is the right application here of this definition. So when you carve something, you sculpt something, or you engrave something, that's something physical, right? You have to cut into something. So what are they going to cut into with this mark? This charagma. Okay, what are they going to cut into? They're going to cut into your right hand or in your forehead. And we're already seeing the forehead device manifest itself with the Neuralink through Elon Musk. Okay, literally. It's in their brains. So the next thing, big thing is to push the charagma, which is a physical device through cutting, put in your right hand or your left hand. All right. It says in verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, so you won't be able to purchase anything. You won't be able to open up a business. Get your EIN number, sell products, whether it's online or whether you get a brick and mortar store. You won't have any of that except you have the mark, the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, meaning you have to be tied to the system that uses these digital technologies, these digital ID technologies and digital wallets. Okay? Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. That man is Esau, Edom. Okay? And this number is 600, and that's what this system is going to be tied into, that number. Right? You're going to have numbers for everything. Number for you, with your device. You already have a social security number. That number that information will be put into your device. Your device itself, your charagmas are going to have a number. You're going to have a mobile driver's license number. You already have a physical driver's license number. All these numbers are being tied to a system that this man Esau is going to control. Okay? So what we're seeing here is a gradual push here, towards that time and towards that device. Okay? Nowhere did we read in that definition, going into the Greek word for mark, is talking about sin. Now, it is a sin to take it. It is a sin, all right? You will be in violation of committing sin when you take the implant device, but that is not what the mark is, because if the mark is sin, then we are all doomed because we are sin. All right? We all sin. Or is it that we're in the new covenant? See, this is why you got to watch these Israelite groups outside of Great Millstone that teach other than what we teach when it comes to Revelation 13:16, because they'll, in one breath, IUIC will say the mark of the beast is sin, right? But then they'll say that we're under the new covenant. So if we're under the new covenant, we're not going to be able to sin. So how is it that we'll be in danger to be tempted by the mark of the beast? It doesn't make sense. This is why, from the apostles and bishops on down, the different elder brothers and affiliate brothers of GMS Great Millstone, we've all been telling you to watch out for these false prophets and false teachers, these false leaders. They don't know what the hell they are talking about when it comes to these prophecies, especially Motb. Yeah, they tell you you're an Israelite. Yeah, they tell you you're going to get the kingdom. They tell you to keep the law, which is good, but it's deeper than that. All these surface level fast food franchise T-shirt with fringes Israelites are going to lead you to destruction if you continue to listen to them. I'm just warning you, pursuant to the book of Ezekiel. Right? Now, I'm going to finish off on this article here. It says, the Apple Wallet edition is part of a wider MDL pilot in California, launched in 2023 as part of a statewide digital identity framework. Let me see if it'll pop up now. Okay, here we go. Digital ID framework. State of California. It says a digital ID is a way to prove who you are in the online world. A digital ID is like a digital counterpart to your physical ID documents, such as a passport or driver's license. It's an electronic proof of your identity that you can present online to prove who you are and that you are eligible to access information, services, and benefits. But so now the physical ID isn't valid no more? You got to have a digital ID? See how we're seeing Esau introduce this new image, this new system where the old way, cash, licenses, and the physical isn't worth anything anymore. Okay? Pay attention. Peep the game. All right? The digital ID framework managed by the California Department of Technology ensures that everyone is held to the same high standards, better protecting your privacy and helps you easily access more of California's state programs and benefits. So, and this is why it says small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. It doesn't matter what status. You're not exempt if you're a celebrity in LA and you live out in Malibu, out there in California. You still are going to have to comply with this digital ID system. All right, if you're on state benefits, federal benefits, you get EBT, food stamps, or whatever. WIC for your children. You're going to have to comply with this digital ID access system. Okay. See, and right now it's I believe it's optional right now, but eventually, as we read in the prophecy, they said that they're going to cause you to get it, so it's going to be made mandatory. Okay? It says the digital ID framework managed by the California Department of Technology. All of this is a part of the image. Okay? Ensures that everyone is held to the same high standards. Small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, better protecting your privacy and helps you easily access more of California's state programs and benefits by simplifying and streamlining eligibility verification across agencies. So, this is just the beginning. Okay? All right, let's go back to the prophecy. What does the scripture say in the prophecy? All right? Revelation 16, he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay? This is the beginning. See, first, in order for you to introduce the Motb, you got to have the system in place first. At first, it's going to be voluntary. It's going to be, push for convenience, right? But gradually and eventually, it's going to be a mandatory thing once they introduce this implant. Okay. Now back here it says more than 625,000 Californians have added an MDL to their DMV wallet, while the state is hoping to spread the digital ID to more government and private services in the future. The state DMV is hosting hackathons, right? See, they give you these funky names. A hackathon, a Laughapalooza, a Hackapalooza. Come on, man. It says throughout October and November 2024, allowing developers to experiment with digital identity. And once they're done playing around with you people, then that's when they're going to really take, as they say, the kid gloves off. All right? And things are really going to get serious. It says the launch is also an important milestone for Apple Wallet, as California is one of the largest states in the U.S. with a population of over 39 million. And I believe that's also where where Apple is headquartered out of California, I believe. So, America just one big experiment for the elites. And they're getting ready to finally pull that stick from up under that box and trap you people with this device, man. It says enabling California residents to seamlessly add and present their IDs with their iPhone or Apple Watch represents a significant step in replacing the physical. See, it's a step. They want to do away with the physical IDs, physical money, all of that. They're telling you right here. It represents a significant step in replacing the physical wallet with a more secure and private digital wallet, says Jennifer Bailey, Apple's vice president of Apple Pay and Apple Wallet. So this is the deal. This is the plan right here. Just like I said, right? Just like I said, it's a right, and you can read it all right here. Like I said, this is another step to the Motb. So with that, I'm gonna end it here. Praises goes to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Akakwadash. Right? Read it. Check it out. Okay, as I was saying, phone call came through. But read it. Read it here. Check it out. The Motb, right, is coming. They're starting off gradually with these digital IDs, digital wallets, but eventually they're going to replace the physical wallet, IDs, money, and all with a so-called more secure and private digital wallet. So I'm going to end it here. Once again, all praises goes to Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai Basham Kakwadash. Shalom.